Bitten 192 here back again, and I just want to give you guys a wall of greatness tour of these fish and where I caught them. We're going to go one by one down the wall, and we're going to talk about each fish and where I caught it. This is about a 25-pound striped bass. I was fishing at a Sheepshead Bay in Brooklyn when I caught this fish off of the Sea Queen charter boat. This is about a 19.5-pound striped bass I caught. This is in Raritan Bay out in New Jersey on one of my buddy's boats. This is a 30-pound monster, striped bass that I caught in Great Kills Harbor in Staten Island, New York, off the beach. This right here, this is me all dressed up fishing for trout. And this, I believe this picture is on the Pequest River in New Jersey. I like to frequently fish the Pequest River, and I also like to fish the Musconetcong River in New Jersey. Now this, this right here is a king salmon. I believe that this is a coho salmon from the Salmon River in upstate New York in Pulaski, New York, that I recently caught. This is one of my recent catches. Now here, this is a black bear. This right here is a bluefish. He's not that big, but you know, he's on the wall. This was in Great Kills Harbor in Staten Island, New York. Now this is where we get to some interesting catches over here. This is a striped bass. This is a striped bass that was caught in Raritan Bay. This is a striped bass that was caught in Raritan Bay on a charter boat. This is a striped bass that was caught in Raritan Bay on a charter boat. That's me. All these pictures are of me. This is a striped bass that was caught on a charter boat. Look at the size of that fish. Look at the size of it. This is a striped bass that was caught on a charter boat in Raritan Bay. This right here is a striped bass that was also, look at the size of that fish, was also caught in Raritan Bay. Now we're going to get to some of the land-based fishing accomplishments that I've achieved as being the greatest. This is a nice striped bass I remember catching on Halloween night, 11/15. I caught this fish. I remember it was very windy that Halloween. It was freezing. This fish right here, this I caught around 2 o'clock in the morning in Great Kills Harbor. That's a monster, that fish. That fish right there was an absolute monster. And I remember I was catching it in the wind, and there was nobody there, and it was in the rain. It was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I managed to get a picture. But it was a torrential downpour. Look at the smile on my fucking face when I caught that fish. Now look at this right here. This is at least a 35-pound common carp that I caught in upstate New York in the Finger Lakes in Seneca Lake. Look at the absolute size of that gargantuan fish. That fish that's a people's dream fish. That's a fish of a lifetime right there. I can't believe that I caught that fish on number 4 size line on a size 2 hook for trout. And I caught this fish on a half a red wiggler worm randomly off of a dock at Seneca Lake. That was unbelievable. But now, let me show you some of these. This is a 37-pound king salmon that was caught in the Oswego River in upstate New York. Coming off of Lake Ontario. And this is a gigantic Chinook salmon. Look at that. Beautiful. At least 35-pound Chinook salmon. It had to be at least 4 feet long, that fish. Now this is a giant oil painting of me with that gigantic Chinook salmon. Look at that fish right there. Beautiful. I had to get an oil painting made of remembrance of this fish, because it was just, when I caught this fish, it was unbelievable. Now here is a male Chinook salmon in the same place that this fish is from. Just, if I turned around, I would be looking at that. Now this was a 30-pound monster. This fish is what cemented my title as the undisputed heavyweight fishing champion. When I caught this fish, I knew that it was true, that I was great. When I caught this fish, I realized how great I was the day that I caught that fish, because it was remarkable catching that. Look at the size of this fish. Look at the size of this fish. Now this is a beautiful rainbow trout that I caught out of the Musconetcong River that I was mentioning earlier. Not the Pequest River, but this is the Musconetcong River. Fat Nancy. This is a striped bass I caught around Carteret, New Jersey. I'm not going to give you the exact location where I caught that, but it was around Carteret, New Jersey. Now look at this. This is a beautiful striped bass that was caught on Great Kills Beach. Beautiful striped bass that was caught on Great Kills Beach. Beautiful striped bass that was caught on Great Kills Beach. This is a beautiful striped bass that was caught on Great Kills Beach. This striped bass right here. A lot of these striped bass were caught on Great Kills Beach. But the thing about the striped bass from Great Kills Beach, look at these striped bass from Great Kills Beach. They're beautiful. Beautiful. It's beautiful to look at this fish and you just say, wow. Now this behind the deer's head is me at the Oswego Dam catching a beautiful king salmon. Beautiful. Look at the color on that fish. Beautiful. It's just